If your second floor is 10 degrees hotter than your living room in July, that's not a quirk of your house. That's a specific, diagnosable problem. And the reason you're still living with it is probably because nobody's ever told you exactly what's causing it. I'm going to fix that today. My name is Scott, the founder of Ciel Power. We've done thousands of home energy audits across northern and central New Jersey, and this hot second floor is the #1 comfort complaint we hear during the summer, bar none. By the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why it's happening, why your air conditioning can't fix it, and what it actually takes to solve the problem. So let's get into it. Chapter 1. Why your second floor is always hotter. Let me start with something most homeowners have never been told. Your second floor temperature problem is not a heating and cooling problem, it's a building envelope problem. I know these words might not mean much to you yet, but stick with me. I'm gonna make this very concrete. Think about what happens when you leave a car in a parking lot on a hot summer day. You come back an hour later and the inside of that car is 130, 140 degrees, even though it's only 90 outside. Why? Because the car is a sealed system with glass that lets solar radiation in and a metal roof that absorbs heat and has nowhere to put it. Your attic works the same way. A New Jersey attic on a hot summer afternoon can reach 140 or 150 degrees. That heat has to go somewhere. And in a home without proper insulation and air sealing between the attic and the living space below, it goes exactly one direction, down through your ceiling and into the rooms below. That's your second floor. That's the 12-degree differential between the first floor and the second. That's the bedroom nobody wants to sleep in during July. It's not mysterious, it's physics. And the physics is consistent in every older New Jersey home. Chapter 2. What's actually happening in your attic? Let me get a little bit more specific here because I want you to understand this at a level that lets you ask the right questions and recognize the right answers when you talk to contractors. There are two separate things happening in most older New Jersey attics that drive the second floor heat problem. The first is insulation level. The second is air leakage, and most homeowners only ever hear about one of them. Insulation level, measured in R values, is the resistance of the material to heat transfer through conduction. In a New Jersey home built in the 1960s, the original attic insulation was probably installed at around an R11 or an R13. Current New Jersey code for attic insulation is R49 or higher. 40 years of settling makes that gap even larger. That original insulation may have compacted down to an R7 or an R8 by now. So heat is conducting through the insulation, but that's actually the less significant of the two problems. Air leakage is where the real damage happens, and this is the thing that most contractors don't talk about because it takes diagnostic equipment to find this problem. In pre-1980 homes, there are dozens of places where air can move freely between the attic and the living space beneath it. Around recessed lights in the ceiling below the attic, at the top plates where the interior walls meet the attic floor, through the old plumbing and electrical chases that run from the basement straight up through the attic, around HVAC ductwork that passes through the attic. These bypasses are invisible from below. You can't see them, but they allow air from a 150-degree attic to move directly into your wall cavities and from there into the rooms where your family lives. Your insulation, which might be sitting at an R13 or even an R15, is being bypassed entirely. The heat isn't conducting through it, it's going right around it. And this is why homeowners who have added insulation and still have a hot second floor are often confused. They addressed the R value, they never addressed the air leakage. The hot room didn't get fixed because the real problem was never identified. I want to spend a few minutes on this because it's the mistake I see most often, and it costs New Jersey homeowners a lot of money. When the second floor gets unbearably hot in July, the instinct is to call an HVAC contractor and upgrade the air conditioning. Give me a bigger unit, more powerful, that'll solve it. It won't, and here's why. Think of it this way. You have a pipe. The pipe has a hole in it. Water is flowing through the hole. What's the solution? You fix the hole. You don't install a bigger pump to push more water through a pipe that still has a hole in it. Your building envelope is the pipe. Your AC is the pump. The building envelope determines how much heat your home is gaining. That's the load in industry terms. Your AC is designed to remove that load at a certain rate. If the load is significantly higher than what the system was designed for, because your attic has 150-degree air coming through bypasses into your wall system, the AC is going to run constantly and still not be able to catch up. Now, installing a bigger AC unit doesn't reduce the heat gain. It just gives you a more powerful system that's trying to overcome a structural problem that it can't solve. You spend more on the equipment, you spend more on electricity, and your second floor is still too hot. I've had homeowners tell me that they've replaced the air conditioning system in their second floor 2 times inside of 10 years, and the house still bakes in the summertime. Both times, the problem wasn't the air conditioning, it was the attic. The fix sequence matters. Envelope first, then right-size the mechanical system for the corrected load. Chapter 4. The fix and why spring is the right time. So let's talk about what the actual fix looks like. For most older New Jersey homes with a hot second floor, the solution is a combination of 2 different things: attic air sealing and attic insulation, in that order. First, we remove all the old insulation and we seal the bypasses around every recessed light penetration, every top plate, every gap, every plumbing and electrical chase, every HVAC penetration, sealed with the appropriate materials that close the air pathway without compromising anything else. In most cases, that means bringing an older New Jersey attic from an R7 or an R11 all the way up to an R49 or even higher. Typically, we do this using blown-in cellulose or some other appropriate material for the specific way that the attic is configured. This combination, air sealing all of these penetrations, plus the insulation, is what produces the result. Air sealing alone doesn't get you to full performance. Insulation alone doesn't address the bypasses, but together they change the thermal picture of the second floor completely. Now, why am I talking about this in springtime? A homeowner who books an audit in March or April has time to get the findings, time to understand the scope and their eligibility for rebates, time to schedule the installation during a period when installation crews have availability, time to have the work completed before July turns the second floor into a sauna again. A homeowner who calls us in August can't undo the summer they just had, and in many cases, the installation window before peak heat has already closed. Spring is not just the right time seasonally, it's the right time strategically. Chapter 5. What the $99 audit tells you. I want to close by telling you what the $99 Ciel Home Energy Audit actually covers, because I think most homeowners who haven't done one have no idea what they're getting. This is not a free estimate with a different name. This is a real diagnostic examination of your home. When we show up, we start with a conversation. We want to know your experience of the house. Which rooms are uncomfortable, when, and by how much. We want to know what your energy bills look like. We want to know what work has been done before. Then, we set up a device called a blower door. This is a calibrated fan that we install in your front or back door. And what it does is it depressurizes the house. It creates a pressure differential that makes every air leak in the building envelope detectable. You'll hear it. It sounds like a small airplane in your doorway. And in a depressurized house, every cold spot, every draft, every bypass now becomes visible. We walk the home with a thermal imaging camera. In a depressurized house, temperature differentials at leak points will show up clearly in the camera. You'll be able to see the difference in there in a color. We photograph and document what we find, and we test every combustion appliance in your home, furnace, water heater, stove, for carbon monoxide and backdrafting issues. Because in the event we seal and insulate the house, we want to make sure we're not exacerbating some sort of a problem that would have a negative effect on you and your family. Then, we sit down with you. The findings report covers every significant issue we found, prioritized by the impact it has on your comfort and energy efficiency. We then look into the rebate eligibility through PSE&G, JCP&L, or whoever your utility provider is. We calculate that specifically for your home and your upgrade scope. No pressure to proceed. No recommendation is without a documented finding, and the report is yours to keep. If you proceed with qualifying upgrades through a utility program, the $99 is refunded back to you. If you decide the timing isn't right, the report is yours to keep. A complete picture of your home that's valid for the whole program cycle. This is the $99 audit. Your second floor has been bothering you for years, and you've been putting off doing anything about it. This is the first step. The link to book is in the description. We serve northern and central New Jersey, and we'd love to see what your home is actually doing. If this video was useful, please share it with a neighbor who might have the same problem. The hot second floor is one of the most common issues in older New Jersey homes, and most homeowners have just been told to live with it. They don't have to. Book the $99 Ciel Home Energy Audit at cielpower.com. The link is in the description below, and if you have questions, drop them in the comments. I read every one of them. Thanks for listening, and for more information like this, please subscribe to our channel, and if this was helpful for you, please like the video.